Remember the word today, Britt. Remember.
I remember it. It's in my heart. I hide it in my heart.
Amen.
Yeah, because we're going to run a confession about why we're not ashamed to listen to R&B.
I'm not sure. I told you I wanted my assignment to be lean with a rock with it. Lucky I listened to 3 seconds back. I said, I guess I better change it. Why? As it say,
You weren't playing the song, though.
yes I was.
Yes, I was. What you was going to say in the beginning?
I was going to play with it. It's a church father. Yeah.
Like, you know it would have been hype in there.
I know. You heard me like 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. Yeah, you ain't hear me up there saying whatever I want.
Give a dog a bone.
I'm like, dang, I wanted to do a song. Because my old pastor, he did that. He did like a series called Summer Jam. And he played the song and then he broke out the song. He did like Can You Stand the Rain? And it was amazing how he broke it down. And I'm about to steal his whole idea. God said, be original.
Kenny will bust out in a whole R&B song. He did today. Then he started singing. Wait, wait a minute. He was like in the meeting in my bedroom. I said, wait a minute. That ain't the song.
That's the wrong song. Wait,
That's the wrong song, Pastor.
was you supposed to do worship?
I was.
We ain't had no worship. Teenagers start praise dancing.
I was trying to get there. I walked in. I thought, okay, I hear the mic, but nobody did.
I swear you was going to get up there and do the kingdom. Like, take your shoes off and give me that song that you did yesterday. Then you told Alicia to dance? What I was like? Alicia came in ready to dance.
Just know you got that line.
Oh, Alicia was just ready?
Hey, Alicia did an amazing job.
She
Then
did.
Shafir came with the flag. I said, oh, what's the matter? We like,
This the right one right here?
we got recess.
Yeah,
Yeah, please do.
Dang, my phone. The phone charger. Can you I'm gonna prove it. I ain't got a phone or nothing. Ladies in the hot seat. I was ready to get landed on till now. Like big fan all that. And you gotta go home, bro. I don't gotta go home, but I can't be there after. I have to be there by 6:15. I was like, so I could practice days Oh, okay.
So we spending this every time we ask you a question? Yeah.
We spinning it, right? Or they are?
We spend it together.
So you guys are spinning it.
Oh, okay.
So we gonna spend it. Y'all gonna tell us who it landed on, and that's who the question.
Solid.
Oh, we gonna spin it from the back?
Yeah, you're not supposed to know. You just gotta trust us.
Why?
Nah, hot. She says,
What's your name on Facebook?
Shay Davis, SHAE.
okay, sis. We're gonna
I'm
trust
like, I
today.
know
Give me
you
some.
right.
Take it home.
They gonna tell us who it is, right?
Come on
Yeah.
now.
What's up, y'all? This is Single Exposed Network. We are back. My boy Rob in the building.
God bless. I hope all is well.
Word. So first and foremost, we're gonna shout out Destiny. Right now, she's not feeling well, so we hope that she's good. Make sure y'all say a prayer for her out there.
Get better, Des. We
Yeah.
love you.
Well, listen, better days are coming, for sure. Amen.
Hallelujah.
So yeah, today we got the ladies in the hot seat. Like, they here. It was 2 weeks ago.
Fire.
Right, we walked in here. They was like, "Oh no, it's on y'all today." So we need the ladies' opinion. So that's what we come today to get the ladies' opinion, see how they feel, see the answers they're going to give to our questions. We came up with these questions during the week, and our good friend printed them out for us, laminated them, Joe. So they official, like, you know what I mean? So make sure if y'all in the comments, y'all got any questions, concerns, whatever, make sure y'all drop them in the comments, you know what I'm saying? We can get it started,
Please
bro.
do.
We about
Please
to
do.
show
Let
you
us
how
know.
to do this,
Yeah.
son.
Let us know. Okay. I got the first question, and it's on my fact. We got
Yeah.
Oh,
We
can
spinning
can
the
we talk
wheel.
about this wheel?
Let's talk about it.
What's going on with this wheel?
We got a wheel, guys, and on this wheel we have names of ladies. The ladies right here sitting down. The 3 ladies.
We have Brittany.
Yes.
Asia.
No.
Oh, Asia. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
That's Asia.
Kalia.
Oh, my bad. Kalia.
Hi.
The ladies are in the hot seat tonight, so we're gonna spin this wheel, and whoever's name come up, they got to answer.
Let's get it.
On sharp too, right?
I know this look like a game, but it's really not
not
a
a game.
game.
Okay, I got one question I gotta ask y'all before we really get into this. Y'all are single and dating, right? Like, I mean, like,
Oh, y'all hesitant.
yeah. Y'all are looking
We're
for.
single.
The fellas would like to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all looking for somebody. Like, I actually want to have somebody in your life, like a significant other, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Because-
can say so.
Can
Okay.
you say so? Yeah, she's shaking her head no. No?
Because-
I am single. I'm not dating,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not looking.
So what are you doing? You just
I'm just out here. I'm
Enjoying
just
life.
being.
Okay.
We'll be able to explain what we are with the questions.
Okay, because my first question is gonna get to that. Okay, so we're gonna spin this thing.
But spin it right, cuz.
Well, left or
Cousin.
right? Left or right?
Right.
Cousin.
Right.
Spin the wheel right.
Asia.
Okay.
First one.
First, okay. Oh, you wanna go
Go
first?
ahead. You go
Okay.
first. You
All
got
right.
the hot one.
It's a good question. I saved this one perfect for y'all. The first question is, what are 3 words? What are 3 words that would describe yourself?
3 words that would describe me.
Yeah, because then Sim want to know. They want to know who they talking to first before they can actually get into the deep stuff.
Okay, so 3 words that I would use to describe myself. God-fearing.
I like that one.
I'm honest,
It's very important.
and I'm thorough.
Oh, she said thorough.
Thorough.
That's a
What's that
deep word right there.
Thorough, it just means like,
She like that, and always
Sharp.
it's sharp, or like,
you gonna
I'm
come
gonna
through.
choose to do what the right thing to do is in the end. Regardless of how I feel, I'm gonna do what gotta get done, and I'm gonna do what's best for everybody, not just me. So
Okay.
That's dope. I like that
So
answer.
you got a good heart.
I like that.
That's what it sounds like.
I ain't perfect, but when it narrows down to like I gotta make a decision that's gonna be the permanent decision, I'm gonna choose to do what's right for everybody.
Okay.
So you don't only think about yourself in a relationship. You think about would you say you put your man first?
I put him where he needs to go.
Oh, I like that.
No,
I like
that is not. That's not cool.
Nah, she said she put him in the place where he need to be.
That's
No,
not. But
she
is
didn't
that
say
hold on.
that. She didn't say that.
I
She
said
said
I put him
where
where
he
he
needs
needs
to go.
Where else he
What is
supposed to
he-
go
what-
but where he needs?
The Bible said the man is the head, is not.
So he need to be there. Listen.
Right.
Did he need to be
So
there?
if he there, he's sitting there. That's where he at.
He where he need to be.
Do I put him first? Do I put him first? I probably have in the past, but going forward, I'll put God first,
Of
and
course.
then
Okay.
after that, then
I'll take
Her
that.
husband.
my husband will get put first after God.
But the boyfriend is just
yeah, no, that don't work out.
Okay.
Amen.
Okay.
Okay.
Need to break it down a little bit. That was it.
Let me spin the wheel again. Wheel of
Ask
fortune.
that question later, man.
Okay, cuz.
You just want to on me?
Yeah. It's on you.
Go ahead. Oh, it's on me.
It's
Ask the
on you.
question. Okay.
Yeah, come on, Shay.
Okay.
Oh, Shay.
So the question is, why haven't your past relationships worked out? Was it you, them, or was it just not what you expected?
All of the above.
All of them.
Yeah, it was me. It was them. It wasn't what I expected.
So
You know.
my bad. Go ahead.
But
In what ways would you say it was yourself? Where did you were you lacking?
yeah, I mean, half the time I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I like the honesty.
In a relationship,
I like the honesty. That's
How can you
honesty,
not know
though.
what you're doing?
We're going to get to that. That's honesty. We need the honesty
Because
first.
I've realized that I don't know what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm doing. You know, as far as I even shared this earlier today about my place as a woman in a relationship, and then a man's place in his position in my life. I may have just gathered from experiences and other people and the world and looking at this and looking at that. But did my mother sit down and say, hey, listen, you know, this is the way it goes? Did my father sit down and say, hey, listen, you know, this is your place, this is da da da? I didn't get that. And so I'm going through all these relationships thinking that I know what I'm doing, you know, and I know men and I know myself, and all to realize I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, and that would be probably a contributing great factor to why these things aren't working out.
So for the simple fact you said earlier that you're just being right now. So during this being process, are you figuring that out? Are you figuring the type of woman that you need to be for yourself and for the relationship? Or you just living life?
Good question. That was a good. Son, that was a great question.
I know at the end of the day, I mean, most
good.
women's goal is to finally, get on the stand and say I do.
Yeah, that is.
I hope that's the goal.
That's the goal for me.
Is that the main goal? Is that the top of the hill?
It's not. I mean, there's other goals up there. It ain't just one basket with one egg. But that's a big deal for me. Family is a big deal for me. The unity is a big deal for me. So I would say right now, I'm making a choice to learn the things that I don't know.
How are you
Admitting
learning
that I
without
don't
an
know.
example?
Huh?
How are you learning without doing it?
Well, I mean, you have to study first.
What are you
Sit
studying?
down.
Because that's the question I was about to get. What are you studying to get this information? Because I'm learning it's a problem. You want to solve problems.
Yeah.
So to be a problem solver, you got to have solutions. You got to have different techniques you're going to fight. And I'm going to get this thing solved.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
I am studying from the Father. Like, who else better to learn from than the one that created me? You know, my purpose and what I'm here for, and you know what I bring in a relationship, what I mean, my value, all of these things. The world didn't teach me right. You know, me gathering and me, you know, collecting my own ideas. They weren't. They didn't work for me, and so now I'm just in a place of being a student and just learning who I am, like my worth, my value, you know, who God says I am. I may have been here before and didn't stay for class. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got enough, I'm out. And then sit long enough to gather the information and gather the things that I needed so that I could fully complete this course.
Right.
So I might be back in this course again, you know, learning some other stuff along the way, like, dang, I probably should have stayed in that class. Like, you thought she had it all, but you didn't. And so I'm back in that place, just being a student and learning myself, learning my worth, my value, even desiring to learn about a man, you know, what he really carries and his position in my life and my position in his, and, you know, how we come together. But it has to start with me knowing who I am, you know what I'm saying? And I can say that I didn't know that, and I'm learning that.
Okay, we'll take it.
Well, Sen, are y'all experiencing the same type of questions that Khaled has? I mean, because it seems like, as a man, I've thought about the same thing she's thought about from a man's perspective. So I wonder if y'all experience the same thing. Y'all can definitely chime in and let us know. But there's some good stuff right there.
Yeah.
I got a couple scriptures that popped up.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact scriptures because I'm not
Go ahead, you can paraphrase.
a pastor. But I know 1 Timothy talks about what a bishop and what a deacons is supposed to be.
Okay.
What their role is in the church.
Okay.
So if I was a woman and I wanted a man, I would look and see if my man is somewhat as that deacon, as that bishop.
As a standard.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Definitely. Unless you still want to go back to the other people who you don't really know. They don't have no standards. They just doing what they want to do.
Yeah.
The ones in the church ain't always the best ones either.
Yeah, you talking.
Because
man.
they still go home and they are still the regular folk. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts. But
I mean,
the Lord can provide. My God can provide. Can your
But
God
see, that's
provide?
the thing. That's the thing. That's why when you ask me, what am I learning from? Who am I learning from? I gotta go to the source now, because you're right. You know, I may have got G checks by the Father, judging on the outward
Parents.
of in the church, thinking that this person has all these qualities that I desire in a man of God, and he could preach and blah, 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 blah. But in the world,
When they
you
get
know,
home, they
he
close that
living
door.
like he YOLOing, like
Mhm.
you only live once, you know what I'm saying? So, but then I may have met somebody outside of the church that's regular, you know, he do regular stuff, but he ain't living all reckless and crazy like that, you know what I'm saying? So I can't even go off of what I see and my own judgment of information now. Like, I gotta go to the source now.
Even after you see it.
Yeah,
Even after you see
because
that shit.
stuff be wrapped up
Yeah.
in a package, and that package might be glittering and gold, but in the inside is a bunch of garbage
Yeah.
in that box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like
Mm.
taking them standards to God, you know, and letting Him set it and letting Him show you, you know, what it is and what it's not, and what's for you and what's not. Like,
You feel like sometimes you can get too deeply involved before you get there? Before you take it to God?
That's a good question.
too deeply involved.
Yeah, like you already
Yeah,
attracted
sex.
to, you already.
Yeah. I mean,
So once you want
everybody wants to know. Some wants to know because we sincere.
it happens,
We
yo.
sin.
Yeah.
We just want to be better
I can
and
answer
just
that
do
question.
better.
Listen,
So-
sex.
We
That's what I'm talking about.
we have.
Yeah.
But you get to a point, like for me now, it can be somebody that I don't even like when I meet them. I mean, like, not that I don't like them. It could just be somebody that I meet.
Yeah.
I'll instantly go to God now and be like, God, whatever it is, you go before it and you go behind it. And whatever you want my mind to see or feel in this, you do it. Because it be like people that I don't have no intentions on being with, or somebody that I really don't like, but you see something in them that you do like, or you spend too much time with them. Next thing you know, you down the path till now you are having sex, and you don't even like this person from the get-go. So immediately now, it can just be somebody who I laugh with or talk to one time, and if I think about them too much, just in a possible way that this could be something, immediately I go to God and ask Him to guard my feelings, guard my thoughts, and whatever you want it to be, you let it be that. And it seems like I be getting out of stuff real quick. They just dismantle
After a
them.
while,
Not
yeah.
even after a while. Now it's just like immediate.
So basically, you're just praying, and Lord, if this is the person for me, no, let this
Not
bloom.
even if it's the person for
Whatever
me, just
relationship.
whatever this
Yeah.
relationship's supposed to be.
Okay.
Don't let it be perverted. Just
Okay.
let it be what it's supposed to be, with nothing else coming in perverting whatever this is.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
To be honest
You
with
know-
you, that's good stuff. You get what I'm saying? Because you want to go to. Do you want what God wants for you or what you want for you? You get what I'm saying? You got to think about that, ladies, because it's like, now I mean, you could probably get any man. You're an attractive woman, but are you really going to want the person, embrace the person that God has for you?
Yeah. I was gonna say, cause you can like go to God, right? And you're supposed to. You should. That should be the first thing you do. But then it's like you hear Him, and then you gotta do
Yeah,
what
you
He's
gotta
saying.
do- gotta
That's
do.
a whole nother field.
Because if
Like,
you don't put it into action, you're not gonna happen.
you know. And then I feel like He'll test you in certain situations. It's like you might be in one season where you pray and He keeps stuff from you. You might be in another season where He don't keep it. Like He's throw you out there. He's going to step out there, like, and then you get to see where you at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With just maturing and Him allowing you to make choices. Like, I'm not about to just take this. Like, I want to see if you can steward this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's a whole nother field. Because it's like,
Yeah.
we got that free will and that freedom, and somebody like me may have taken advantage of that freedom and of those choices. You know what I mean? So it's just, I guess, just like assessing where you are and just having the courage to really follow Him.
Yeah.
Like, because He could talk to you all day. Like, are you doing what He's saying? You know, like, if He's saying it's a boundary or it's this or it's that, are you keeping them? Like, because even if He tell you, you still got a choice, like, to do it or not to do it. You
That's
know what I'm
true.
saying?
That's
So
true.
it's levels.
So you're saying faith then? Because that's all it comes down to is faith.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
believe
Faith
that God
and
really
love.
has that person or has that situation that you done prayed for, that you done vision that He didn't gave you? Are you really going to wait for it and believe that He has it for you?
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that. That's good stuff.
I would say be using wisdom with your boundaries with that. Like, if you don't start something, you don't have to stop it. So it's like, until you kind of know more what God wants you to do, just use wisdom. I might want somebody to
ride with me when I do certain things for work. But I know that it could be innocent for me, for them to just come with me. But by them being with me, or come fix something at my house,
Yeah.
But if I open that door, I know for me that might be a trigger. It's somebody fixing something at my house. I don't have to do it.
Right.
Or it's somebody in the car with me and they making me feel comfortable.
Right.
But that can open a door. Mm-hmm. So if I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with that person, don't even invite them. Don't even open that door to something that I'm going to have to, when God be like, oh no, this ain't it. Stop it.
Right,
so it's really just like using wisdom to know where I'm at and know what he's wanting me to do, because whatever he wants it to be, he gonna line it up. And I'm a woman, so I don't have to play the role of a man. He gonna initiate what it's supposed to be anyways, and whatever he initiates, it can't be something that I feel like is going to be something that separates me from God. He's asking me, can we go out for a drink? I don't want to go out for a drink. That's not what I want to do to get to know you. So the boundary and the wisdom got to come up right then to, that ain't what I want to do.
Okay.
And that's leading definitely to my next question. So we're going to spin this.
Please do.
All right, we got Brittany. Yeah, you quiet over there. We got to get you speaking.
Here talking.
The world wants to know, Sil wants to know more about you. So what do you like, Brittany? I mean, what is your Prince Charming like characteristics and personality? What gets your eyes fluttering and glaring and sparkling?
Wow, that's a good question. That's my question?
That's your question.
That's mine. I got it. So I think this is a very interesting question for me because I haven't dated for about a year now. And it was the last person I dated, I think I was attracted to physical characteristics. Mm-hmm. So I'm a basketball player. So as a kid, I only dated guys that played basketball. I mean, I had a boyfriend that played sports, but as I got older, I wanted my man to use his hands differently. And I wanted him to be able to fix things because I got a house. Okay. So I think my likes changed based on my needs because, like, I had a pretty boy that couldn't fix a tire.
Can't do nothing.
And that turned me off. So I was like, you look good, but can you fix something?
Yeah.
So I think in this season, what I'm attracted to is someone who believes in God, but also in themselves.
Yes.
Someone that's confident. I think as a woman that some would consider dominant. I didn't ask to be dominant. Life made me dominant. But learning how to be submissive is someone that's confident in who I am. I think in previous relationships, I would have to water myself down to make him feel like he's good enough. So like maybe I'm in the public eye, but you don't feel good enough because you're not in a public eye.
Oh my.
But like somebody that meets me where I'm at and not compete with me. So I would say I'm attracted to someone that's sure of who they are. If I'm not fit, I'm not expecting you to be fit now. We can get fit together.
That's cool. That's
very
nice.
And someone that is going to like pray with me. So an interesting story, somebody wanted to date me a couple weeks ago. And I was like, did I just go on a date? It was like and I said to myself, sort of what you guys are saying, but not my will, but your will be done.
Amen.
I think I'm in a season where I'm going to let God pick them. Because I done picked some people. And I don't know if it wasn't that they were right, but my eyes weren't right. And I was looking at things that were above and not beneath. And I think today, I think today I'm looking at the emotional wellness of a man. Somebody that can carry my personal trauma and also his personal trauma, because I had sexual and physical desires before I knew about emotional regulation and emotional wellness.
That's powerful. A lot of women don't say stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's the part that you really focus on right now, as far as
like, can they support me emotionally? Because I got some heavy stuff that I've been through and some trauma. And I remember when I was telling this guy about things I've been through, he wasn't able to carry it. So it's like, if I'm going to submit to you, I need to know that you're going to keep me safe, because that's what's going to make me open up.
Yeah, security, comfort. Yeah, facts. I like that.
So you said that you had a season of change.
Yep.
Do you? And I know you said you're chasing for the God to bring you the man now. So do you feel as though you will have a change again at some point in time, maybe 5 to 10 years down the line?
I would say if I'm not changing, I'm not growing. So I'm always willing to go through a transformation process. Say, for example, if he doesn't maybe he wants me, you're dating me, we're getting serious, so you might want me to wear something different, or I'll be open to what the changes are. I mean, I think that I'm emotionally well now, and I know what to look for. But I don't know, maybe can you ask that question, what do you mean when you say change,
Oh, you said you went from the physical to the emotional. So I mean, like you wanted a man. At first, you wanted a pretty boy, then you wanted a man to fix things. So is it? You think you would ever have another desire for something else?
I would say I want him to be well-rounded, because I would say I want,
in all aspects.
Yeah,
so you want the man that can go out there to the basketball court, shoot hoops with you.
No.
He gonna be able to pray. He gonna be able to fix things. Do you think it's a man that all those?
No,
qualities?
I'm not saying that's I don't have a checkbox, right? But I have dislikes, right? I have non-negotiable, right? So my non-negotiable is, would you come support me at a basketball game? Because I'm a high school basketball coach. So you don't have to play basketball, but could you even watch the game?
Could you tap in?
So just, you have non-negotiables or no, I don't really want you. No, this is where I'm going to be from 3 to 7. So just really taking time to learn their love languages. I think love languages are important. So once I understand what you need, it's up for me to meet you. And the same with me.
Okay.
Well, I feel like that should be natural. Happiness. You know what I mean? The person trying to make you happy, it should be no ifs or buts about it. But I like what you're saying. That's good stuff, man. That's real good stuff.
I don't know. I'm not done yet.
Okay, you're not done yet?
Yeah. So, if you didn't take the time to learn a person's love language before you got involved, right? And then you feel as though things may be slipping away with you guys, is it possible to learn again, to learn a person all over again and really make it better?
Or do you just move on? Because I know women get a lot of DMs or get a lot of phone calls about how you doing, beautiful, how's it going today?
With somebody that's interested in learning you already. So, I mean, is it possible to really learn someone all over again?
Yeah, I think if we're in agreement with starting over, I believe change can happen. We're all changing every day. Somebody could die in my family. A traumatic experience can hit me, and I may, respond differently to you. So I would say, say it again one more time.
Can you learn a person again?
Okay. I want to make sure, because I sometimes just go on a tangent.
And that's what I threw in. Or do you just move on?
Because that comes with past. The past hurt. Everything that y'all have done to each other. Can you get past it for real and really start fresh?
I believe if that's what God, I think that I have a heart of forgiveness today. So I would say, yeah, because as long as I could forgive you, then we're fine. Mm-hmm. But we can't.
Forgive and forget.
It's not, I don't think it's so much about forgetting, right? It's forgiving and my mind being renewed about the situation. Because if we're reestablishing a foundation, we're not going to do this again. Mm-hmm. You're going to not call me for a couple of days because I got trauma and I be feeling worried.
Right.
You're not going to not text me for a couple of days. You don't got I'm not trying to control you, but what if my love language is time? You're not going to work 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be a balance of my needs and their needs.
Got you.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Now I got a question. Now, when do you let the person that you're interested in know all these things? I mean, is that imperative from the beginning, that you let the person know what you expect, or are you telling your exes what you want? And
I would say I'm learning to go with the flow in relationships. I'm a deep person. So as you can see, all my answers are deep as heck. Yeah. So I would say I'm pretty much an open book. Sometimes they got to help me with vulnerability and sharing, but I feel like I want to have my mask off with the person I'm dating. Okay. I'm not going to say at this point of where I'm at 33, I may be able to be okay, it's not going to work. Just by some things that you do or, but I would say I'm just willing to learn. I don't know if it has to be day one. That might be impossible. You got a whole life you lived before me. Right. But as we're journeying together, I want us to both peel like an onion. We're going to peel it back bit by bit, step by step, brick by brick, right?
I like that.
Line by line, precept by precept.
Okay. Ain't that a scripture?
Yeah.
That's a scripture, right?
I got it. You hear the word. Look, I thought you were the pastor. You over there the word.
You need that word.
And that's what I was about. That's the next
Scripture that came
question.
up.
That's the next question, ladies. Okay.
You ain't.
Oh, this is
all
imperative right here. And tell me what y'all want type of man and what y'all want, what y'all trying to look forward to. Okay. Now, does this man have to be a believer in Jesus, or he doesn't? Is that going to be the no, I can't mess with him, or I'm still giving him a chance? Maybe he'll.
For me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
For me,
Trinity.
yes.
For you, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I gotta know, you can lead me to heaven or you can lead me to hell. And I gotta know where you about to lead.
Hold on, you gotta be saved and sanctified.
You have to believe in Jesus because
Just believe
I
it, okay.
for me, I experienced a relationship where that person didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But they were open to it. But they were real black power. And after a while, I didn't realize that by it being that way,
It was draining.
it wasn't even that it was draining, it's just you hearing them out and they hear you out. But I probably needed to have faith really strong at times where they were telling me about how kings and queens are this and that. So it kind of changed where I was with God by creating a level of confusion that separated me from my faith to a degree that caused me to go into a whole nother fall with a whole nother person because of the person before him not believing in Jesus. So for me, it's just like one of those things was like, nah, I don't even want to, I don't want to be your Jesus. You're going to have to believe and we can work from there, but I don't want to deal with trying to make you believe something. We're not even going to be on the same page if you don't. So
That's powerful, ladies. Y'all got to be on the same page as your man, so the beliefs got to align. There has to be some type of equilibrium there. Khalid, that's the question is for you too. Your husband, your best friend. Does he have to be a believer in Jesus? You want him in the church with you, right? Praying with you, holding your hands, right?
man, I don't know.
You
Just
know
sit
that?
down, man.
Keep it real, sis.
I don't know nothing. Didn't I just tell you I don't know nothing?
I mean, what do you want, though?
I
I
mean,
mean, is that one of you? Is that the top or no? That's not even.
I mean,
what you-
I would want him to,
Okay.
but I don't know if that's what God got in store. I don't. What if, I mean, you know, he told the boy to go marry the prostitute. I don't know. I desire that, but what if it's another picture to get there? Like, I don't know. Now, before I could say, no, I know, but you know, stuff, I've been through some stuff. I don't know. I desire it. But I don't know if that's what God got and that's how He set it up for me. I don't know.
Okay. I respect the honesty, even though I feel like I know, but I'm just hoping. Bring in next.
Yeah, I mean, if he looking like he gonna be my husband, the Bible says a sanctified woman sanctifies her husband, right? So I'm talking about husband,
Scripture again.
husband needs type of guy. But I would say yes, because I want us to be rooted in a firm foundation. Like, you know what I mean? Because God could cover the multitude of sins between both of y'all. So I feel like I'm not gonna say you can't take me on a say. It's like, no, I'm joking. I'm joking, guys. It's a joke. Laugh a little bit. Let's get it.
What you said?
And we in the hot seat, so everybody uptight, man. I'm trying to break the ice. You hear me?
I hear you.
But I would say he thinks I'm funny. Thank you. But yeah, I would say that would be my preferred transportation for us to be in the same realm of the spirit.
Right.
Because I've dated Muslims and everybody. Not that religions are different, but like we don't even believe in the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So you saying Muhammad and Buddha, I'm saying Jesus is the rock of my salvation. I mean, so it's kind of like hard to. Not, you know, I'm not judging your religion, but I may prefer to move on unless God tells me differently.
Amen.
Facts.
Let me spin. I got a good one.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for this. Spin that thing real good. This is Brittany.
Right back to you, Brittany.
It's a wild card.
It's a wild card.
Oh, this is a wild card.
It's a wild card.
All right. Why do women hide half of the truth?
That ain't a wild card. The
Oh.
wild card is
Oh, it's a random question.
Oh, it's random.
That's-
All right, my bad.
I
All
can
right.
get that one. I
You
tear
like,
that
oh,
one.
why don't you lying?
Basically, but
Oh, he got that on.
it was a question. All right. All right, so do you guys believe in soulmates? Do you think that the person you eventually marry is the soulmate God had for you? Because it's a big world out here. Do you believe in soulmates?
I believe what God has for me is for me. I feel like there were times where God was telling me to be with someone and I didn't listen because they didn't meet my physical stature.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe like what's for me is for me. So like even if I had to die of some things and God redeems the time and like you said restores that relationship. But I don't know if I'm like I believe in soul ties. You know what I'm saying?
Can you break down soul ties for me? What does that mean?
I believe that we could be connected by demonic forces because woman, we're like a birthing place.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm having sex with someone, he's depositing life to me. So it's an exchange.
Right.
You know, so I believe that.
Hold on one second. That's real deep, Sin, because I seem like that happens in a lot of relationships now.
Yeah.
Like, that's why we got the baby mama, baby dad drama. Just like, that's real deep. Nobody's never said that before. So I like that. It's good stuff.
So I believe that a lot of times I had to break contracts, like sort of like you saying, somebody becomes your God based on like experiences and physical contact. And at that time, it felt like my soulmate, you know what I mean, my physical companionship. So I believe at this point, I don't know if I know how to answer that question except from like a soul tie place that I was connected to people in a demonic way.
Gotcha.
Because I gave them access to like the safest, my body, which is supposed to be a temple.
You became attached off of that.
Yeah, physically.
And then it was demonic. They didn't have any good interest for you, like for your life. They wasn't really like leading you down the right path.
Or we both maybe we had an issue, like she said, of lust, perversion, different things that are operating in both of us, and it doesn't you don't know what's in you until somebody brings it out of you. So it's like, I gave my testimony earlier and I talked about how I used to come alive in the nighttime. And I used to walk past people's kids to go see their dad because I'm like a single black female out here with degrees and don't care about nothing. But my attachment style is preoccupied. So I'm prior to this season, I was very busy trying to make money, chase dreams. So I really only wanted a man when I wanted to see him. You know what I mean? So it wasn't, using him.
Selfish.
Yeah, selfish. You know what I mean? Not honoring his gifts, but just honoring his physical, what God placed in the middle. So now learning what a soulmate looks like and really a helpmate looks like. I don't know what it
scripture
looks like.
again.
No, I don't know if that's scripture.
Because
I want to help me. Yeah.
No, it's scripture because in Genesis it said that man should not be alone and God will make him a helpmate. That's why he created the woman, put man to sleep out the rib.
Yeah.
Look at him. You said you ain't a preacher. Go ahead and preach.
Oh no, I'm just hosting. That's all. Just hosting. My question. I got a question too. On the spot question too. So I just want to let y'all know.
Okay.
Okay. No, you
Get
can.
her, because she's rolling that hair.
Like
Give her the question.
Oh, I thought, are we not all answering the question?
It's up to you.
Oh no, go ahead, Ron.
Okay, I mean, I've been listening to you, cuz. You get what I'm saying? You've been telling me about, you kind of in a place where you really don't know. You want to get some answers, problem solving. Do you see yourself as a wife? Do you envision yourself as a wife, married?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes.
I like that. What about you, Asia?
Do I see myself as a wife?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, bro? You see yourself as a wife?
Yes, I do.
Amen. Okay. So they know they're gonna be wives soon. That's you gotta have faith and you gotta know eventually you're gonna get there. So, got any questions?
Can I touch on the soulmate?
Go ahead, touch on it.
So I believe in soulmates. I don't believe all soulmates are romantic. I believe that you could have a soulmate as a friend, like a friendship, like a strong friendship. And I also had a question too. So, is a soul tie demonic? Meaning outside of your husband or who it's supposed to be, can your soul be tied to your husband? Or is that just a demonic thing? Yeah, I didn't shoot over
I
to
mean,
the
she-
angel.
Not
There's an angel in the
on
corner.
I'm not on the podcast today.
Well, who can answer that? I
Well,
know
y'all
I
answer it.
thought about it. I don't know. 'Cause
She the one who
It's
brought up the
always
demonic.
attached to as being like demonic, but can your soul be tied to your mate, to your husband or your wife?
After moving on, is what you're saying?
No, I mean, why y'all together, or they don't exist in marriages?
Oh, I think it does. I
That's
mean,
what-
when you
I was-
marry somebody,
I was
that's your
curious.
soulmate in my eyes.
Yeah.
Because you went through a lot
But
just
if,
to get
but if it's
married.
not right for you, it can't be a soulmate if it's not right.
It's right for you. You said I do. It's right.
No.
Nobody forced you to say I do.
But there's
You
a
had
bunch
enough
of people,
time.
bro. You know, people change after they get married. You feel what I'm saying? So it might be good for right now. Like I can sit up here and say, yeah, I do. But then 2 years down the line, you didn't change the whole woman that you was back then.
But that's the thing about love. I'm learning love. You would want to change for your partner. If you love your partner, and your partner said, I need you to do this. Can you do this for me? Would you not want to change for
Are you
her?
gonna take it on? You
Did
gonna
she
take it
really
on?
change though, or did her thoughts and perceptions and
The way she
wants and desires change? But did she change? Because there's a difference.
There is. I ain't married, so I can't speak. I can't speak. I'm just saying from what I've heard before. Things
Things
even
get different after marriage.
after a baby, after marriage. I mean, life changes. So not everybody can do it. I know myself personally, I've never dealt with change in my life. I grew up from kindergarten to high school and graduated in the same school. So yeah, it's not what's up. I didn't get to learn. No, bro, I didn't get to learn people. So when I came out into the world, it was like a big shock. Like, first of all, I trusted everybody. And then that turned into, oh no, you fake, bro. You fake. And it messed me up mentally, bro. I mean, even now, I'm still dealing with that of learning people and how to put them on certain levels. I feel like if I would have moved in my time frame of being in school, I would have got that test a little early.
My brother.
Talk
I
to me.
done moved about 20 times in my life. You don't want to move.
Make it a time or two.
It's a good, I'm learning, and a positive in all situations.
Mhm.
You get what I'm
I
saying? You
get
turn
you.
out to be a great dad. You know what I mean? Men out here that's not even taking care of their children.
That's true.
And it
So-
could have been from the instability could have added.
There you go.
Could have.
It can. So that stability got you as number one dad.
Solid, man.
So I mean, it's some good stuff. But that's
I
good.
never even looked at it that way.
But that's good that you said that. But that's why I always talk about scriptures, because it's always in the word. I mean, if you don't believe or have that standard of the scriptures, then you're gonna go by what your emotions are,
Right.
and your emotions change daily.
And they be wrong.
depending
So
So
on
Kayla
what
was like,
you-
that was a good question about
Yes.
the soul ties. And Nicole Yancey, hey Nikki.
Hey,
She
Nick.
says if the two become one, they are already tied and then bound together by sex. So it's a tie. A healthy one, not a demonic one in Christ. I don't know about if they're unequally yoked without deliverance. But she's saying if the two become one, they're already tied and then bound together.
That's a fact.
Thanks, Nikki,
Especially
for
if
that
it's good.
That's true. That's true.
Because you don't want to leave.
No, it's so hard.
Do I have to type my question in about that?
Yeah.
Or can I ask it out
Add it
loud?
to the
And
comments.
we taking all questions right on the spot.
Okay, so my question would that be, when it comes to soul ties, all right? So you guys are saying, well, I said by sex. So can your soul tie to somebody without having sex?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe so.
I think so.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Why would you? So you
No,
can't.
I
You
don't.
can't.
I'm not saying
No,
that.
You can't be emotionally-
no.
You can't be
It's only
emotional.
one other thing in my eyes. I'm gonna say, guys,
And what's
it's
that?
the money. If we talking money, yeah, we connected because I want my money. You get what I'm saying? But if it's not sex, and you can easily get rid of the person. Yep, I'm blocking. But that sex is that
But
oneness.
so what about your soulmate? Your soulmate. How can you identify your soulmate even before you guys have sex? If that's your soulmate.
Let me tell you why. Because your soulmate is God. I'm learning He will reveal it to you. The same way, like I was in church last week. Okay, listened to Pastor Moses, and he was talking about, let me say, Jacob, and he got kicked out the house, and he was just roaming out there. He had to sleep on a rock, and God revealed a vision to him while he was sleeping on that rock to go to Laban. Everything was going to be good when he go there, and he woke up with a different type of faith, with a different type of belief. So you gotta have that faith. You get what I'm saying? And like, that's all.
All right, so listen. When you now, this is the reason why I asked that question, because you know that we have imaginations in our mind. So if you actually lay down with somebody, it's as if you look at somebody with lust, you have already committed adultery. So if you look at somebody, even if you're on the phone and you're talking to them, y'all talking late at night and all of this, and even though you didn't lay down with them, can your soul still be tied with them?
Yes.
In your mind, can your mind connect to your heart?
Yes.
You know, can that thing be in a way that you are attached to that person's
I
soul?
think so.
Okay, so you want that dude like Byron off Players Club showing up?
I'm just asking.
I'm just asking too. He might be attached. He might. I want to see you now. I want to touch you. How about you with your family?
Soul ties, they definitely can be without the sex. It can just start in your mind, in your thoughts, with how you tie yourself into that person.
Yeah, I asked that because we may always connect it to sex, but then there may be sex going on before you even have sex, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Mentally.
So I just wanted to put it out there because you know how sometimes we'll say, well, I may say to somebody, well, if they say, oh, I fell and I had sex, I'd be like, oh, you ain't fallen and had sex, baby, you chose. Just stepped into that thing, took that thing off and said, listen, I just give it up because I can't fight it no more.
Yeah.
Because the true natural of it is that before the fall, there's already a fall.
Yeah.
Before you enter into that place, you have
Mentally,
already entered into somewhere else that you knew you shouldn't have been before you actually do the action.
Yeah.
There's a meditation, right? There's a plan. I know we like to say, oh no, I just slipped on it, but you didn't. Okay, we all know, because that's the truth of it, is that you didn't just slip on it. All right? There had to be something that happened in the pretense that got you right down to the nitty gritty of the behavior, and now we doing our thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree, Sin. But like I'm gonna say again, okay, it's a big difference saying what you're going to do and what you didn't do. So it's another scripture, ladies. I probably heard this. It was the father asked his sons to come do some work. The one son said he wasn't going to do it, but he still came and what? Did it. The other son said he was going to do it, and he never did it. But the son that did it, and who said he first wasn't going to do it, he was the one that got commended.
Yeah.
So you have a lot, because first your mind got to be fixated on something before you can actually go do it.
Yes.
That's 100% correct.
Yes.
But actually going to do it, that's a powerful step right there.
Yeah.
That's that step that you taking.
The D.
It's the
My God.
okay. It's the
Okay.
a whole lot of consequences could come out of this.
All right, but do you think that your soul can be tied to someone without sex? That's the question. The question is, do you think that your soul can be tied
I'm
to
gonna ask y'all a
somebody
question, ladies.
without
Okay,
sex?
do y'all think about the men that y'all didn't have sex
He
with that
said
night?
no already.
Or do y'all think about the men that y'all had sex with that night?
The ones that hit the spot.
That hit the button.
Right.
No.
No, which one?
I would say I'm more the person that honored me without sex the most.
Okay.
At this point in life or before?
Or before?
Because remember I shared my testimony that I was attached in love to a physical touch, but really what I needed was a emotional support. So if I don't know what I need, then I'm loving incorrectly.
Yeah.
So because I love myself incorrectly, the people I'm attracted to,
They're gonna love you.
they gonna love me incorrectly.
Yeah, that's
So I would say no, I don't mourn the people I did it to. I already know what to expect from them.
okay.
I mourn the nigga that I didn't give it to, that waited for me, and I was too stupid to see what a real man looked like.
Okay.
Honestly.
That was a great answer right there.
That
wasn't
was good.
That was a great answer.
Yeah, I've been on the other side of that too, though. I've been the man who waited, and I still wasn't no good for her. I waited on purpose just to get it.
Nice guys ain't finishing last
Nah,
night.
Still wasn't it.
Trying
to be in a situation.
That waiting don't work out. It don't work,
Look at
man.
her.
It doesn't work. No, it
She
doesn't
had
work.
graduated, went on by her life. and
Yeah.
came back.
The waiting doesn't work?
It doesn't work.
No,
Oh,
I think
my God.
I think they in a hot seat.
I know.
Why? How long you waited?
Huh?
How long you
It was
waited?
at least a good 2 to 3 years.
Damn, and you still didn't get it.
I wasn't involved with her the whole time.
But you didn't get it,
when
though, right?
She came back to visit.
You
I
didn't
got
get
that
it,
phone
right?
call.
You
Nah, I
didn't get it.
Didn't get it. I had gave her so much, let her use my TV, the whole nine,
Damn.
everything.
Not
Yeah,
the
the
TV.
Send he gave her Wi-Fi. Send he done gave her some Wi-Fi.
time I had the DVD player on the side.
What more do you want? I gave you my
She
TV.
was in the college door.
I'm gonna give me them drawers.
She was learning.
Listen, Nicole.
So why you ain't go back with her then? Wait and work. Why you ain't go back with her then? Or why if wait and work? Why you ain't call that dude that you ain't and been like, I thought about it. He was a good man.
So, you know, sometimes we could, you know, just like you guys are saying, you guys have emotions too.
Yeah.
So it's not like just because I'm ready don't mean you'll be ready to receive me. Sometimes like if it, you know, that's when I trusted that, okay, maybe I was looking at it wrong and maybe I just needed to see that he was showing me what I should be looking for.
Yeah.
It's still a lesson in it.
Why?
You know what I mean? So I'm not like bitter, like, dang, yo, I messed up, I gotta go get him back. It's like, wow, this is what a person who loves me gonna look like. So he became my example.
Oh, okay.
Are you guys still friends today?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I messed up totally. I'm out here. So I would say I tried to reconcile the relationship, but
it didn't work out.
not in that way. It was like when he first told me he was interested in me, I was like 3 months out of a relationship.
Oh, so that matters, ladies? That's a good question.
Let me answer this. So I was 3 months out of a relationship and I valued him enough to say, I'm not ready. I'm brokenhearted, so I don't want to play with your heart. But I didn't know, like, oh, that's when he was willing to go through the journey with me.
So, emotional journey you was talking about earlier.
Right, as a friend. So
a friend, not a boyfriend, not as a contender to be a boyfriend.
Yeah, because I wasn't interested.
He wasn't interested in it.
But where the soul tie came in, when I later looked at it in hindsight, I was attracted to him emotionally. I just didn't have emotional wellness or awareness of my emotion. So I probably liked him, but I didn't know I liked him because I didn't know what it's like to like someone emotionally. So it was like I was counting him out because I didn't know the person that was like your closest friend. I want you around all the time. Would you be mine? Right? So it's like that person that I'm around all the time, I didn't realize that, wow, I probably like this person. You know, I didn't know that because I didn't know myself. So I believe I had a soul tie that I had to break because I was deep rooted in him being my safe place instead of God being my safe place.
Gotta put
You said soul ties was like demonic, right? That's what
No, I said that was my experience.
Your experience was demonic.
But to answer her question, I had an emotional soul tie.
So Nicole, she's agreeing with Iasia. She said people can have a soul tie with the same sex. You can be tied to a person. Kayla says there's a thin line between love and lust. That's true, Kayla. She also says, is that a soul tie or is that just a connection because that person is filling a void for you?
That void is very
That's a good
dangerous.
question. That's what I was
Thank
trying
you,
to
Kayla,
say.
for that question.
Well, if you have sex, well, my opinion, if you have sex with someone, is that not still filling the void? So why does it even have to be like the sexual thing? Because people have sex, you know, people just have friendship sex, you know, like, oh, you my boo, and don't consider that like a soul tie. They consider it as though, hey, we just doing it, you know. But so it's kind of like, I don't want to get deep in that.
I mean,
I don't want to get too deep in it.
yeah, we're gonna grow along with that, but just for how do you feel
But
about
I know
that?
how you
didn't hear
feel
what
about
you
it,
said,
Rob.
Shay.
First of all, we're not even in the hot seat today, bro. We don't know.
No, that's right. They on the hot seat.
But we're trying to get. I want to get the answers that.
How I feel about
you get what I'm trying to
break it down
say?
to me. How I feel
Yeah.
about
Okay. The soul ties. Was you really connected to a woman? Like, was you really like that with the woman?
You can't ask me no questions like that, bro. So, no. In general, though, I've had a few.
Okay.
I've had a few that I felt as though was meant to be, could have been, you know what I'm saying, or still could be. To me, I'm really hard when it comes down to making decisions on life. So I need to get in these ladies' space and put God first and let Him tell me. Because right now, it ain't working for my own reality decisions. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to look at it as like it's greener on the other side, and then it be messed up on the other side. You feel me? So I really, like I said 2 weeks ago, I'm really on that path of getting myself together. Like I have to be. If I don't, I won't be able to protect and provide for that woman that is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm
And to
at.
answer your question, I do believe that you have a soulmate. I don't know right now if I'm 100% sold on is exactly this one person, or if I don't know exactly how I feel, but I do know that I believe that God has somebody that He made you for and them for you.
Amen.
Because of your purpose. So it's like you have to be able to fulfill the purpose that God has for me in my life, and I have to be able to help you with that. So it takes two different people to be able to do that. If you're going to be with somebody, y'all have to be able to fulfill a purpose. So I believe that God does have someone for you that will allow you to fulfill whatever purpose He created you for. You can't do it with the wrong person.
And that makes all sense. It makes all
100%
sense. I love
You'll be
it.
all out of whack.
So
You
that
trying to
person,
do something and they might be selfish. That you might be, God might tell me to sow, tithe, or give money away, and I'm with a selfish person who don't
they're like,
believe
nah,
in
why
it.
you doing that?
So now I'm out of purpose.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or I might want
To know?
serve. I might want to serve God. I might want to do one thing and you might want to do another thing. So now it's just like we having conflict.
It's not
And if
balanced
you're my
out.
husband, I'm supposed to be submissive to you, and you're supposed to lead me and guide me. But if I have a heart to do what God wants to do and you don't see it that way, then now you leading me in the wrong direction than other than what He created me to do. So I believe that you have a person that you were created for, so that y'all can fulfill out whatever purpose you were created to do.
She was over here shaking her head.
That was well said right there, son. That was
What
well
hold
said.
on, who was you shaking your head no?
I don't know. I think that, I don't know. I think we may be, society, our generation, may be hung up on what we think our mate is supposed to have, or be, based off of what God says that we need. You know what I'm saying? So just listening to your scenario, I might have, you may have a selfish husband, right? But God's purpose may be for him to break that, and so He would maybe put a selfless person in his life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you might be a practical person, but your husband is a spiritual person. And I've seen this dynamic. So it's like where you would sow, God say go sow $5,000. He might tell your husband put $5,000 in the bank. You know what I'm saying? Because his mind is practical and you have a more spiritual. But God can put y'all
Those
together
work together.
But
to
I
fulfill a purpose. You know
I
what I'm
agree
saying?
with that,
So
but
it's like, I don't think that it's, I don't know, we don't really know.
I
We
agree.
think we know so much, but it's like, God be like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with that, but then it's also like I still goes back to I believe that God has a purpose, the person for you, because in one stage we may need to be different to learn from each other. But I think that you still have to have the same common goal in the end to be able to make those differences work together.
Mm-hmm.
Because you might be somebody who never turns your ear to God. And I'm still here we trying to make something work, but your ear never is going to go that way to hear something, so we still going to be walking, and we might be good at life together, but for, we all talk about God here. Life is something temporary. The ultimate goal is to be good at kingdom together.
Amen.
Good at leading people to Christ together.
Right.
Because this
Amen.
world and these things going to pass away. Are we going to be good at leading people to Christ together? So yeah, we'll have differences, but we ultimately have to have the same common goal and be made for each other to fulfill that purpose.
but would you think that you're not made for each other because certain things are not the same? That's what
no,
I'm saying.
not because they're
No.
You guys
no,
are saying
because
the
I
same
think
thing.
no, I don't. No, I mean we got a perfect example of things not being the same, but seeing it grow together and come together.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure in the beginning, when each person was on one and on less, they like, oh heck no, this can't be it.
Yeah, but that goes
You know what I'm
back
saying?
to
But then
asking
it's
God
like,
if that's the person
yeah, but
for you initially.
even still, you can ask God and He give you a glimpse of the future. But right now, it look crazy.
It
Like,
don't matter if He gave me a glimpse of the future. You just gotta have enough faith to.
it sound racist.
So I'm listening to what you're saying.
Good, like,
This
but when
is
you in
will
that
she
situation
find-
though.
Will you find
When you
what
in that
you
situation,
need?
it's just like Moses preached like the sermon like a few weeks ago, like the persuasion, you know what I'm saying? Of you, he show you something, you see something, but what you in is the complete opposite. Like Sarah laughed. She laughed when he said you're gonna have a baby. Why? Because she was 100. That may be a natural, normal human response. Like,
Right. This ain't me.
I know it's God.
Right.
We got a relationship. I know you talking to me. But bro, this sounds crazy. Like, what you mean I'm about to have a baby?
Right.
I'm 100. Like, my husband can't even get it up. And that was the truth.
Right.
So it's like persuading yourself to having that faith and really living by it, following it, when what is looking like right now look like the complete opposite. That's another level. That's another level of walking. It's like, I hear you, we got a relationship and we talking, but really living that out and sticking to it as you walking and stuff still looking crazy. I mean, we years in walking and it still look crazy. You know what I'm saying? Some of the couples that we surrounded by have been through that and maybe just getting to a place after years.
20, 30 years.
Nah, not that long.
Not that long?
Nigga, we ain't that
So,
But I'm just saying, after maybe a decade, after years where they walking together, like really taking steps together. But the build up to that was just like, man, listen, I'm ready to get divorced every year, every 2 years, you know? But still walking it out and sticking at, I'm just saying, that's just another level of faith and endurance. And it sound good.
In our generation.
But can you really walk it out?
Sin,
you can
sin,
when you get tired.
sin. The
Like,
scripture says,
man
man should not live by
like,
bread
you're tired of getting
alone,
beat
but
up
by
by God.
every word out of the mouth of God. So what I'm learning, and y'all probably can agree with me, when you really want something, okay, you want it from God, right? You don't want it from the devil. You don't want them devil relationships, do y'all? Y'all want I don't want her. She was crazy.
Right.
Okay? Right. So you want that good, you want that man that vision that God from the Lord. So that's what you gotta have, that faith.
Right.
You gotta believe.
And you gotta have endurance. And then it's like, yeah, we can not want to wait. We can not want to do certain things, but it's just like a thief. You're gonna steal a little bit and steal a little bit. And you're gonna keep stealing until you get caught, and you're gonna go to jail. And then you're gonna have this one bid where you get beat up. You be like, I ain't going back to jail no more. I don't care how bad I want this. I don't care how bad I think I need this. I'm just gonna wait until I can get it the right way.
Really?
Because I don't want to go to jail no more. I couldn't endure what it was, and for me, I've been to that place. So I don't want. It don't matter how God had to deal with me with my faith in other areas where I know that I'm still gonna struggle with different things. But I done been shell shocked, and I don't want to go back into a place where I got to go back into jail because
But
it
what
take
if
a
it
long
don't look
time.
like what you thought? Can
It
you
don't
still
have to
trust
look.
God?
Don't nothing look like what I thought lately.
But that's what I'm saying. What if it don't look like what you thought? Can you still trust God? You say you can, but can you put yourself there and say, no matter what, I'ma just trust it, even though it don't look like what you think it should after all the nonsense you've been through.
Especially with the guys in the DM and everybody else trying to get at you.
Yeah,
Can you really fight through?
Yes, because
You say that.
no, because I know what I've been through
Realistically,
lately.
I hope I could fight through.
You get tired of to where you scared and you don't want to.
Can y'all never come
Yeah,
here?
we keep it
put a
real
gun
over
to your
here. We
head
keep
right
it
now
100.
and be like, Christ, I'm gonna blow your brains out. What we all gonna say? Oh, I'm for Christ. I don't know.
No.
You feel me? So you gonna lose your life right now, Christ, or I'm gonna blow your brains out.
But
What you gonna say?
I'm going
That.
for Christ,
So,
What you say? What you say?
I'm going for Christ.
I'm going for Christ too. I'm going for Jesus. Jesus,
But it's like-
Jesus.
I experienced that too. I was afraid when I started walking with Christ. I got to a place where I loved him so much that I was like, well, God, I love you, but what if they want to kill me for you, or they want to take my children? But I was honest with him about it. So he allowed me to feel it in my sleep. He allowed me to go through the death with me and my children. And it was like taking a deep breath, laying on the floor, holding them. And it was real. It was so real that when I woke up, I wasn't afraid of it anymore. It was like, okay, well, he was showing me, okay, well, if it comes to it, you want to know if you will or you won't do it. This is what it's going to be. It's going to be fearful. It's going to be pain. You're going to be afraid, but it's going to be a deep breath and you're going to wake up. And when I woke up, me and my kids was with him in heaven. So it was like, now you don't have to fear this anymore. Or just being more afraid of what I'm going to go through if I do choose wrong. And I will choose wrong. I doubt very seriously that I'm going to be able to, even being where I'm at now, walk everything out perfectly. But it's a determination to, even if it's not what I want it to be, being strong enough to be like, you know what, I just don't want to be in a jail long, a bad place long. I don't want to be in a place separated for God longer than I have to where it's taking me so long to get out. I don't want to be in a place long. I knew I was in a place for 3 years that I had no business being in, and by me being in it long, it took that long to get out. So it's like, okay, well, if it's gonna take me long to get out, I'd rather not. I'm strong enough now to just deny myself and trust God.
Amen. Ain't that what the scripture said again too, son? Jesus was talking to the, I think that it was at the peak, the little, I'm sorry.
My boy read the Bible.
Jesus was talking to the man at the lake, at the pool, and he told him,
The pool of Bethesda.
there we go.
Bethesda.
And he said, sin no more, because things can get what? Worse.
Yeah.
So it can get worse. So you better be with Jesus, because y'all don't want that dude from the devil. Oh yeah, Brittany.
Yeah, I think I think they hit it on the nose there, both of them. Thank you guys for sharing. I really felt like with my listening ears, you guys were on the same page the whole time. And what you guys were saying is basically, it doesn't matter what it looks like. At this stage in my life, I'm going to trust God with my yes.
Amen.
And like most of the times, opposites does attract. And you don't want nobody that is the same as you. Because you don't even like yourself all the time, right? So having someone different, I think life is all about scales and balances anyway. So I like both of you guys' opinion. I thought it was really good. You guys both did a really good job sharing.
Those is hitting, bro. They hitting.
We might have to do a part 2.
Those answers are hitting.
So
I love it.
What time is it?
Oh,
We're not no more spin?
No,
Because y'all two.
I mean, y'all did that and then we went to the soul ties. I mean, you
Yeah,
can
we
give
keep
it
keeping
a,
it
don't give it one more spin.
One more spin.
I want my question answered. Hold up. We got to ask my
Y'all
question.
ready?
Yeah,
Yeah, one more.
This is for Britt.
Brittany.
Why do
Dang, because y'all talk.
You the one.
why do women hide half of the truth, and why don't they tell the full story?
You said people or women?
Women.
Thank you, Jesus, for this moment. I'm ready. I put the mic to my face. It's like, I think we hide half of our selves because one, it's several different things. I would say for me, that person hasn't made me feel safe enough to share the parts of me that I want to share.
That's real talk right there.
So if I don't feel safe and you haven't helped me develop a sense of trust, so for me it's a little different because I might tell you something then I realize it was too heavy for you. So then I might.
Well, how can you determine that?
Because their response. Their response, like, somebody would be like, yo, you been through that? Like, don't tell me that. I can't talk about that. Like, I can't even imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, some people can't handle parts of you. So, I would say the reason why you hide it is because you don't deem that they're safe enough to reveal it. You confess your sins one to another, but I'm not saying be vulnerable for vulnerability's sake, but be safe for my sake, because I'm giving you a part of me that I'm trusted. It's like building trust in a relationship. So I think we hide because maybe y'all act like, or y'all might not care. Y'all might be playing football, eating chicken, and y'all like, man, what you say? I just told you this deep secret. You like, what you say? Nigga, you know what I said?
Right.
So it's like, like making sure, for me, I believe, why did I hide? I think I hid because I didn't know what I was hiding from. So it wasn't until I met some people that came in my life and said, yo, you got issues with anger. You don't even really trust men because of your father wounds. So I think a lot of times women hide because they haven't went through the level of self-awareness and healing that they need to go through.
So what if a person is asking for it? Like, just give me the truth. Like, regardless whether it's going to hurt them or not. Like, do you still not give them the full thing?
I would say, do you have the emotional capacity to handle it?
That's a good word today. Emotional capacity.
How will I know if you never experienced it?
No, but because I'm gonna say, well, how much do you want to know?
Everything. I want to know the whole spiel.
So shall we do a
How
role
would you
play?
know? Why not?
Shall we do a role play? So I can.
Go ahead, please.
You want to do a role play?
Yeah.
because the people want more.
All right,
They're
boom.
saying they want a part two. The part two must happen.
Here we go.
Part two?
They want a part two.
Oh, you like my style.
Okay, they said we the people want a part two.
We're going to give them a role play. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Am
go
I in
ahead.
the role play?
Right, yeah.
Yes, you're in there.
Okay, I'm in it.
So you went out. All right, so you went out
I'm
to
gonna
the
have to leave you
club.
guys.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So
Appreciate
you
you
got
having
a
me.
dip?
Yeah.
All right, so
No, you're good.
you went out to the club. You my shorty. You my girl. The girl I'm involved with. You went out to the club and you seen some guy that you were involved with. Now, the whole story, the real story, is that y'all conversated, y'all laughed, y'all chopped it up, y'all talked, y'all had some drinks, y'all went out in the parking lot, even had a personal conversation out there. But you come home, or it might even got deeper than that. But you come home to me and you tell me, oh, no, I just seen him, we laughed and we talked. I might have danced with him one time, but that was it. That's not the truth.
I have a question.
So what is the role play? So I'm asking, am I lying to you right now, or do you want?
Yeah.
What if you have
He's
trust
assuming
issues
you're lying.
and you
Okay.
just assume that you're not getting the truth? What if you are getting the truth? How do you determine what's
Because
the
I
truth
felt
and what's the
attacked when he
lie?
was talking to me.
Right. because listen, how do you?
I'm like, I just got here.
But that's what I'm saying. Listen, what if? How do you determine what's the truth and what's the
You can
lie?
always tell when a person lying, you know?
If you got trust issues, you think
You
she
ain't
lying
been
all the
outside
time.
of
No, that's the part. That's the part right there. Women will tell when they tell you the truth, it comes straight out. Ain't no holding back. Ain't no nothing. Now, when it's a lie, it's a couple it's a couple. Well, what do you mean? Like I really gotta beat it out of you. Like so what happened?
So
Did you talk to him?
So I want to give you an example of what I meant by a role play. So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna act it out. You're gonna accuse me
Charlotte.
of
'Cause
talking
that's
to
what
my.
you're doing.
Yes, you accuse me of talking to my friend. So
Alright.
I done lied to you already. So
Right.
now I'm gonna make it up to you by telling you the truth because I see you already mad at me.
Right.
But just how did you find out the story? Because let me start. Because I know who told you it was him right there. Because he's saying the word.
I'm saying though. So once you seen him, what happened?
What you mean?
When you
What
seen
part?
him in the
What
club?
part?
When you seen him in the club, how did y'all even interact?
You
seen
already
him
got
in
a
the
whole
club?
story in your mind. Well, I don't even know why. Go ahead, Rick.
Can you hit action? Because he got to get in role play. Because
And
bet.
scene.
So you seen your ex yesterday in the club? What happened?
I might have seen him.
Might have. What does that mean?
I mean, he seen me and I seen him.
So hold on.
Triggered.
Look.
We gonna get the victory
So
over
you
everybody.
So wait. So did y'all talk? Did y'all have any conversation?
He bought me a drink.
You
Okay.
drunk? Hold on, you drunk it? You drunk it?
Wow.
Are you not in this role play?
Yeah, I'm
Hold
sorry.
on.
No, I'm
Now
just
see, this is a case example where the homie attacking,
Yeah,
and now it then got dramatic. Hold on, homie.
But this is homie the whole. That
No,
would
homie
be
not in the
homie.
scenario.
you
Homie, mind your business. How you asking me if I drink? You're
Oh,
talking
hold
to
on,
my
bro.
man.
Hold on, bro.
Hold on, let's start over.
This is a case of when your friends in your business.
And you know there's a way to ask a question and there's a way to accuse. You're accusing.
I'm
You're not
accusing.
asking.
We in a role play.
You can't help. You can't
Okay.
correct him. It's a role play.
All right, scene. Go say what you said.
Sorry, guys.
Action.
We back in the
So
role.
how did y'all even get that close to for him to ask you if you wanted a drink?
I don't know. I think a song came on.
Oh,
It
I
was
saw something that y'all used to be acquainted with.
I guess.
So y'all had a little memory. Y'all had a little
Look
time.
at you.
I
Making
don't-
up stuff.
Dang. Is it making up or is it truth? It's truth. All right, so
Don't
boom.
help her, Khalida.
Hold on.
What are you
So
doing?
did anything else happen? Y'all just had a drink, and what else happened after the drink?
How long was it, bro?
No, shush.
What else happened after the drink?
Ooh, he asked for me to step outside for a second.
And you did?
I mean, it was loud.
Wow, it was loud. All right, so once y'all stepped outside, where did the conversation go?
I don't know. I think we was talking about I don't really remember the conversation.
Boom! Now they catch amnesia. That's a problem.
Amnesia.
That is a problem.
Yo,
I do.
So you don't think everybody lying?
No, because like I said,
Wait,
We're-
go back to the role play.
There's
Stay
no
in
role-
character.
She done lied to me.
She said she
over.
don't know.
So you gotta
Now
keep
what are
going
you
because
gonna
you
say?
said you're gonna deal with your frustration. I'm trying to help
so
you.
what don't you know? Y'all had a full conversation, obviously, because it went from in the club seeing each other to, oh, I'm gonna buy you a drink to, can we step outside? That's 3 phases right there.
Yeah,
What's the next?
Well, he attempted to apologize.
For
you know, Pat, why we broke up.
Why does it matter?
You gotta ask him that.
So now you want me to go talk to this?
No, I don't want you to go talk to him. I want you to trust that I honor you and that although I stepped outside to talk to him and took a drink, if you don't want me to do it moving forward, I won't.
How is that honoring me by you? You already
That's a
did
good
it. You
answer.
honoring me would have been like, nah, I'm okay. I don't need the drink. I'm fine. It was nice seeing you. And that's it. That's honoring me, but you consider it to go outside and have this drink was good.
And that I apologize for hurting you. That wasn't my
Also,
intention.
because you apologize all over.
No, I'm not saying you have to accept my apology, but I want you to know the other day I was lying because I was scared because you was acting big mad. But I see you calm now, so I'm ready to talk to you.
So now it's just all over. Just boom, it goes away.
No, you
He
get
gonna hurt you.
no. Yeah, he do.
Yeah.
I'm getting him. I'm calming him down. See, I'm good. So, he like, okay,
Oh,
she
nigga wanna
is
argue.
saying
Let's
what's right
argue.
here.
Come on, so
Stop
what
it,
happened?
friends. They in a role play.
You sorry? What?
So, you know, what I would say, what's his name? Boo? Shay.
Shea butter.
Shea Butter. I ain't gonna play with you.
Shay Fine.
He's in my past.
Yeah, that's his name. Say that
name
again.
is Shay Fine.
Shay Fine.
Shay Fine.
There you
Shay
go.
Fine is his name.
Shay Fine is really his name.
Shit, fine is what they call it.
Really his name.
Nah,
You
we
know,
start
I
listening.
understand that I made a mistake by taking that drink. I should have never took that drink. So first I want to apologize for taking the drink.
Okay.
And then two, I added another layer of disrespect by stepping outside with him.
Okay.
And I don't know who told you, and that doesn't matter. What matters is that you feel hurt. But you're going to have to tell your friends. 'Cause you know,
But this came from your own mouth, though. You told me last night without even recognizing that you did.
oh, I must have been up drunk because I don't remember telling you that
Nah,
part.
But still, all right. So now, how do we get past this? Because I don't. Now at this point, I don't trust you to go to the club with your friends no more. Because you might see
I
another
don't
ex.
trust you either.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Be quiet before I
So-
jump in.
So
Because we have
I think that it's fair. I think that's fair. If what would you be looking for instead? Like, is it only the club you don't trust me at, and what can I do to earn your trust again?
Son, she got good responses, son. Young women need to be learning from her.
He ain't really-
She killing it.
He want to
Because
argue.
I don't
He want to
understand.
fight.
I don't understand.
Now, y'all messing up the role play.
I don't want to fight, but
Stop!
I'm trying to understand how we can get past this. Because right now, I'm not trusting you at all. Like, you just made this mistake. How do I not know that you're not going to go to the mall and make it again? You can go anywhere.
Because we never talked about, we never predicted that I would see an ex. Like, we never set clear boundaries around our exes. Have we?
All right, so now if we set boundaries now, it all wipes away.
Yeah, because now you're holding me accountable to what you expect from me. But how you gonna hold me hostage and I didn't know?
What's your expectations?
Son, she got good answers, good responses.
Yeah,
That's my
that's
lady
really
stuff.
what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
That's
good
grown
answers
lady
to peace.
answers.
It is.
She want peace. She want a
Did
peace.
you make
still-
did you make up?
Restored.
Did you
It's
make up?
still, no, we ain't make up.
He mad.
He want to
like,
argue. He want to get mad and have makeup. That's what he want. I know the game.
He
I know the
like,
game.
well, what was the drink? Was it goose? Was it vodka?
Right,
Like,
right,
what
right.
was
Oh,
it?
where's your ex number?
What
Your
is it
ex number
that
get
you
you
want from her? What do
You
you
gonna be
want
fucking
her
the
to
bitches at the
say?
club?
What will make you not want to
He
continue
got
arguing?
trust issues. What? So that's why.
He said, yeah.
Because I want you to
In
know.
real
No, he
life-
said that. He said that when
in
he
real
said
life-
about the moving. He
Yeah,
said,
in real
now,
life,
I trusted
once I
everybody.
reach this point in real life, I really don't know what a woman could do to make me believe her.
Right, you a Scorpio.
Right.
so.
But see,
Yeah.
listen. But
You
if she
leave it in and out,
said,
period.
y'all didn't talk and y'all didn't set these boundaries and expectations, now that the expectations are laid,
You gotta
you
I'm
gotta
giving
give
you
her
a
a
chance,
chance.
yeah.
That ain't that your body and your
Yeah,
energy.
because your
ain't saying
energy
that.
like you about to tackle me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling real
Like
like
I'm not trying
I
to
don't
nothing
feel
you
safe.
saying.
I
You
feel
did
like
it.
you. I'm sleeping
You
on the
gonna go
couch for a
sleep a
couple
ball
days.
in the bathroom at the mall.
once again, all right, boom. So you said I give it a chance. Now I give it a chance, and something else continues to
You just
happen. Then
looking
what?
for it.
Then you
And
got,
see,
no,
what
I'm
if
not
it's
looking
you?
for it. It
What if
actually
it's
happened.
you?
Useless.
Because you got
Oh, yeah,
trust
your
issues.
Yeah,
mindset.
so I'm
We're
all right.
talking
So
about it
all right.
actually
So
happening,
all
right?
right. So we're in a process of getting real serious, and you like really want to take it to the next level, but you're struggling because of this one situation, right?
Yeah. Or one
So-
situation plus past situations that I've been through.
Okay, so I'm gonna say to you at this point, I think it's fair. And I'm gonna say we're gonna have to go to God and we're gonna have to go to counseling. If this is a relationship that you want to restore. Because sometimes it's outside of both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And we might need to call a counselor and to reconcile us back to hating each other. Because you can develop different things in a relationship, but like you said, can we forgive each other?
Yeah.
So you asked me the questions about forgiveness, babe, and I think you're really struggling in this area.
Would you be open to counseling?
Yeah.
Really?
I need it.
And you know what the scripture says, right, my brother?
Shut up, Pastor.
Talk to
What
me.
that you say, Bishop? What that say,
It says you gotta forget the past and you gotta focus on the prize of the high calling of
bishop
God
has
in
spoken.
Jesus Christ.
Bishop? Hallelujah.
So that's what you gotta. You can't worry about those the dumb ones, the ones that just didn't get the promise. You get what I'm saying? You're a believer.
Solid.
You gotta have that faith. The Lord got you. He gonna put the right one in your life
I believe
and
it.
protect you from the evil one, from temptations.
Come on, come on.
That's where the faith is.
I believe it.
So don't worry about the ones in the past. That's their loss. You get what I'm saying? And she
You
was
gotta
real
be
nice and
willing to
kind.
heal.
Now
Yeah.
she's real nice and kind
You
and
want that? You know what I'm
apologetic.
saying?
Right.
You
Feminine.
So the one that can break down that anger.
Here you go.
Break down the anger, calm
I
me
think I've
down,
seen
and
it.
talk to me.
There you go. Now if it happened again,
That happened again.
She cut off.
She cut.
yeah,
You
she
ain't
ain't
got
right.
time.
There's too many.
But
too many
if you
things
never
happening.
communicated, because I see that it's very hard for you to communicate. So if you can't communicate that, you can't hold me to an expectation. It's like an invisible prison. It's a prison that you put yourself in because I'm holding you hostage to something I didn't communicate.
You hear that, ladies?
So
Well,
somebody like
the
her, like a
problem with
woman like
that.
her,
Okay, go ahead.
a woman like her is actually a good thing that it happened because she's a communicator and she can talk to you and y'all can talk about it instead of
It ain't gonna be
blah,
all
blah,
right.
blah, blah, you know what I mean? Now the boundaries is set. Now y'all both know, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, women like Brittany, just not, that easy to come by. Seriously. So it's like if you get somebody that can communicate with you like that, like there's great potential for y'all. Depending on how you respond to that level of respect and maturity and honor for you. Because she's talking to you about it. We may not talk. We react.
Yeah.
But it's a conversation now. So words have power. So now things is being set in place. And then being able to move from there.
Yes.
You hear that, son? Communicate, kindness. Well, it's what? The fruits of the spirit, not the scripture.
Yeah.
She had love, joy, peace, long suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness,
Yeah.
and temperance to sit there calm and able to explain herself.
Yeah.
So can I say
And be the
something?
bad person.
So the thing about it is, right, it's all perspective, right? So Shay Fine was expecting her to already have this behavior to say, no, you can't buy me a drink, right? No, I ain't going outside with you. I got a man, right? He wanted the honor right there in that forefront. Okay. So then she communicated with you and said, well, I didn't really know you wanted that. Now this is what I set in place. The thing about it is when we look at something so one-sided, it could be a place, the reason why you have to accept that apology is because there could be a place where you're not honoring her. And you want her to have the same grace for you. Maybe it's not the club, maybe it's not your ex, but it's going to be somewhere. Because if you have a problem with communication, it's not just in one area. So you want her to have the same honor for you and say, hey, why didn't you communicate that with me? I didn't know that was an expectation. So then you guys could be on the same page. Because sometimes we look at things so one-sided and we have this expectation, but really we're lacking also somewhere else. So that's why it's good to have that communication going. It's good to do that role play because that was real good because our expectations are really high for people because we only see what they're doing. We don't see what we're doing. We don't see, and what God would do is give you a mirror. And that's what my sister was talking about, the opposites, because God will give you a mirror to show you yourself. Maybe not in the same area, but it could be you somewhere else in a relationship. Okay, so wait. We got to do a part 2. Are y'all down for a part 2?
Because we barely got to the questions.
I know.
We got a
The
lot
people
more
say
questions.
yes, they just loved it.
Are we back in the hot seat?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
these
So we
questions.
take donations too.
Yeah.
So
Please,
Cash
what's the cash app? We got cash app. Tell them the cash. The
Oh, the
cash
Cash
app
App
is
is
Single Exposed Network.
No, it's not. Never single again. Ain't it?
Oh yeah, it is. Never single forever. I'm
Never
sorry.
Single Forever.
We not
Yes.
trying to be single forever.
Never Single Forever. Y'all can cash out y'all donations. Y'all can look forward to us being out and about. You can come on the show if you like.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, comment, share, inbox us if you have topics, if you have people that you feel will be good to come on the show, let us know. Once again, Never Single Forever is the Cash App. Make those donations.
And y'all put your Instagrams and all that out there too before we close out.
Yeah, follow us on Singles Exposed Network, Facebook, SEN Network, Instagram. Once again, you know, we always looking for guests, guys, so don't be afraid to inbox us. All the people that was commenting, if y'all single and y'all not married, slide in the DM, like, y'all could come up on here too. You know, the list is growing. The list is growing. And so you want to get your spots.
Yes.
That's it.
Do you guys want to give them the all-out vision for SEN? Look, Kalia said, what is it? So,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you got it.
No, I'm not even on camera.
Come on
So go ahead. So the all-out vision, I'll say it here.
That's how Asia, you guys in the background. I know
Yeah,
you can't
that's
see her, but
me.
she's
Y'all
in the back.
know me and stuff. So the all-out vision for SEN is for SEN to be a nationwide network, okay? Because it is a network, and what we want to do is change the relations and the mindset of how single people are supposed to live. We have this supposed to, how things are supposed to go, and the true factor is we really don't know. But we know that we can be healthy. We know that we can do things better. And so we want to live a single, healthy life while we wait for our mate and while we're looking to really identify ourselves. So we going from one state to another. We want to have a meet and greet that's coming up soon, and we want to really like mango and hang out together because this is supposed to be a family. So that's Single Exposed Network, citywide, nationwide. Let's go get it.
Worldwide.
Coming to a city near you.
Yeah.
There was a lot of good stuff on here.
Thank you guys
A lot of
for
good
tuning in.
Yes,
questions.
Rob, a lot of good
responses.
scriptures.
Come on, Bishop.
My boy break it down.
So
Break it
definitely
down.
tune in. 2 more weeks? It's
2 more weeks.
Yeah, we'll be back on the hot seat. It's really hot too.
It's really hot.
We really in the hot seats. Shout out to the host. You guys did an awesome job. We'll see you. I guess they're coming back. They
Listen,
getting
if
comfortable
they
in these
So the
seats.
21st is the next
It's
podcast.
the takeover for Robin and Rob.
I know.
Rob
It's been
and
a
Shay.
Rob and Shay takeover.
Rob and
They've
Shay
been doing
takeover.
it for a month now.
My
Rock
mind.
it out.
Hey, yeah.
All right, guys.